Howdy, guys. Happy to be back. I've been back for like 2 weeks, so it's just the practice part. But I've been in the meetings and stuff with the guys, and I've been around the facility and stuff. So it's just business as usual for me coming in this week.
When did you find out you were being suspended, and what was your response to that?
Yeah, just right after the Ravens game, and I'm in a great spot. I'm just happy all of that stuff is behind me. Since I've been here with the Buffalo Bills, it's either been injury or the PUP list or the suspension, and I'm just happy to have all this stuff behind me for the first time in 2.5 years, and just able to just focus on football. So I'm in a really good spot just to be able to put all this stuff behind me and just to be able to move forward. Got 9 games left, and once you have something taken away from you, whether it's football stuff, NFL stuff, league stuff like what happened over the last month, or whether it's injury, you just have a new appreciation for the sport. Year 14, 35 years old. I'm just grateful to be here and appreciative to be here with the Buffalo Bills. I'm coming back to a really good team, 6-2. And all I had to do is just do my part, nothing more, nothing less. And all the other stuff is behind me, and I can just focus on football and playing the best football I could possibly play.
You always talk about looking at the optimistic side. What is the optimistic side of this to you?
I was able to get, a little bit more healthier. Was able to, get some work on my knee and rest and recover from my knee. I was already at a good spot when I left. But just to be able to push it even more and put it in an even better spot is good. And I was playing pass rush downs, the first 4 games, and that fourth game I barely played because we just didn't have any money downs versus that Baltimore Ravens team, that Sunday night football game before, and 4 weeks off just to like chill and work on my conditioning and work on my craft. So I'm coming in with really, really fresh legs at 35 years old. So that's the silver lining in this one. That's, optimistic in this one. I'm ready to go. I don't have any type of nagging injuries. You played 8 weeks. It's going to be something, whether it was my knee or whatever, shoulders or whatever. But I don't have any of that. It's just like I'm starting the season all over again, and I'm ready to roll.
Last time, so we had talked to you about the case. You had said the allegations were false and the case was closed. Were you surprised then to find this news about the suspension?
I'm really happy to have all that stuff behind me, and I really don't even have to touch on any of that stuff anymore. I'm just happy to have it all behind me and just to be able to focus on my career and the things that I love to do off the football field and just being the best pass rusher I could possibly be.
Like you said, you started the season well. What's the mindset like now this week, kind of jumping back into it, trying to pick up where you left off?
The same mindset, but you're never just staying the same. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. So for me, it's just focusing on the things that I do well. Of course, respecting the opponent and respecting anybody that I go against, but also respecting my process and my potential as well, and putting a little bit more belief in that. And I think the first 4 games, I was just proving it to myself. After you hear so many things, after a while, I wouldn't say you believe it, but you just hear it. And not having any sacks or any production last year, and I didn't necessarily believe the noise, but you just kind of hear the noise. So for me, it was just to be able to prove it to myself, and to come back and really start this thing over again. I got a huge belief in my game and what I can do and what I can contribute to this team, and that's where I'm putting all my focus. Coming in, we got a 6-2 team. Midway through the season, there's really nothing negative on my side. I'm coming to a really good team. I have all the ops in the world to go out and achieve all my goals and just take it one play at a time.
Healing this is
for you to sit this team playing last week?
The first 2 weeks, to be honest, it wasn't really that hard. I was away from facility, and got to just go back and kick it with my dad and my parents and stuff, and just be able to spend time with them and my kids and stuff. But coming back here and going through the process, and then not being able to practice, and then not being able to go to the games, time just kind of moved a little bit slower. But nothing in life is by coincidence, and Everything is just whispers and signs and just messages, and it's up to you to have the discernment and for you to just decipher what the universe is trying to tell you. And I'm in a great spot. I don't have any negative thoughts about the NFL or the league or anything that's going on. I'm happy. I'm in a great spot. I'm healthy, just as important as being happy, and coming to a really good team. We got all our hopes and our aspirations in front of us, whether that's on a team level or in an individual level. And we talked about being optimistic, and that's how I just choose to view it. I can go get everything that I had. I can go chase all of my dreams that I had as a 5-year-old boy, team-wise and individual-wise, and that's just how I choose to focus on it.
Filling this suspension, something you considered?
I'm just so happy to just put all that behind me. Like, I answered a couple when I was just trying to bury that and put it behind me. And like I said before, I'm happy and I'm healthy and I'm just in a great spot to be able to move forward. Got a 6-2 team. Josh Allen's playing like an MVP. That's our counterpart. They put up points. I'm able to pass rush and do all the things that I do. So that's what my focus is.
You said it feels like you're kind of starting the season again. Because of what you were able to do the first 3-4 weeks of the season, are you in a more confident place just about your own abilities than you were, say, at the end of training camp?
Yeah, 100%. I think, like I said before, I was just able to prove it to myself. And it was 3 sacks on the scorecard, but I should have had more. I had even better rushes than the sacks that I had. So I just got a huge belief in myself, and I had to earn that. I had to work towards that, and I definitely have that. And still got to add to that and still earn it. We here in practice, we're going against a Dolphins team that can score points. They got their quarterback back, so they're going to be chomping at the bit to get their season going too. And it's a great challenge and a great test for me and how I like to play football.
Having been around a while, how unusual do you find it to be 4 wins up on your division? Right. How unusual is it? It's
unusual, but like I said, we just we respect the opponent, but we just respect our process and what we do and how we do things a little bit more. And that's what's been working for us all the way up until this point, and there's no reason to tinker with that or to try to look at other options that could possibly be successful. We're going to stick to this until it's not working for us.
What's the ramp up for you? I mean, if they give you the opportunity to play Sunday, could you?
Yeah, I honestly feel like I'm in better shape than I was when I left. I couldn't practice, but as far as conditioning and doing all the other stuff, I kind of hate that stuff. But I hate the conditioning and running all this stuff. I'd rather just be at practice, but the conditioning is more effective, like just running and just focusing on that. And, the football stuff come. I was working on football drills and doing all that stuff, but there's no way you can replicate that in pads. We'll be in pads tomorrow, so I have another test with that. But I've been playing football my whole entire life. There's no way I can replicate those game moments or anything like that, but I'll be good to go on Sunday.
You coming back should provide pass rush. What about your reaction when the Bills got Amari? Just and the message that sent.
I was excited. I thought we were good with the wide receiver core that we had before. That's just me, looking at it from an optimistic view, like I always do. But add another, Pro Bowl, All-Pro wide receiver, is great for us. I remember when I got traded to the Los Angeles Rams, it just gives you an energy boost, especially when you go from a struggling team to, a good team, and it just gives you an energy boost, and I can see that in Coop as well. So I was excited. I was glad I wasn't on those negotiation talks or anything like that, because I'm 0-3 whenever it comes to getting guys here. So it's probably the way we should do it when we're trying to get guys here.